what I want to make clear is we can all do that. It's not just me. You just got to open your mind to it. And as I say, you know, put your frequency, your mind frequency, in a high vibration, because that's how you'll meet them easier. And that's literally by listening to guided meditations, walking in nature, connecting up. So do you know when you think of someone, if they're on holiday, and think, I wonder what they're doing now, I wonder, you know, and you give them a phone call, it's the same thing. Hello, my darlings. It is the morning after the night before. I had an interview with the amazing, great, fantastic, beautiful friend of mine, Alex Ferrari, last night. And I felt I needed to do this to go through an SDE, a shared death experience, which he told me about. I didn't know that it was a thing, about Darren and how to navigate toxicity and trauma, passing of a soulmate, you know, all that kind of stuff. It was just freeing, and he's such a wonderful, gifted host. And it was really nice to do. It was my first time I've been interviewed since Darren went home, and it was nice to be, you know, put a bit of makeup on and make a bit of an effort. But it's been hard because it's 3 months now since Darren went home. And I think I've already said, but you know, you can't remember, can you? Have you noticed that when you're in grief, everything's a bit, there's like a sense of a lack of reality, and you're kind of coasting through. And people say, well, do you not remember when you said that? And I'm like, no, I don't remember most of the weeks. I remember some of the trauma of, you know, having stuff being demanded of me that belonged to Darren. But apart from that, I really don't remember a lot. So don't start panicking if you don't remember things. It's all part of it, you know. I think our bodies naturally compartmentalise certain aspects of what's important to survive and what isn't, and the rest just goes by the wayside, I think. Which is fine by me. I think you're just in survival mode, and a lot of things shut down. That's what I think. Biggest problem I've got now is insomnia. I can fall asleep straight away through exhaustion, and then by about 3 o'clock, that's it, I'm awake. So I've had 3 hours sleep, 4 hours sleep every night. And what do? Do you fight through it? And I'm thinking of fighting through it now and staying awake for the rest of the day. I can hardly keep my eyes open. And because my mind is so busy, it won't shut up. It's like the Nine of Swords. It's just racing thoughts and do this, do that, and is that going to happen? Is that going to happen? And that's when I normally start to read now, or I listen to a guided meditation, or put something in the background. The magical they of Google, the council that sit at some place and tell you what to do. If you listen to a voice in the background, it helps you to sleep. So I've been doing that, using Michael Seeley or Jason Stevenson in the background. Find a voice you like, just have something playing in the background. And I thought it might as well be something beneficial, so I do like a guided meditation. I'm very weak at the moment, and you know, it's just, I'm under so much pressure I've got all the books to sign, and I haven't been able to do them. I got bags and bags and bags of your presents from the NEC, Birmingham, the Mind, Body and Spirit Festival, and I haven't had a chance to go through them. God bless your generosity. It's just, the thing is though, because I'm not in my home yet, you know, I'm going to be opening it and putting it back in storage again. I've got my lovely plants though growing in the room. My aloe vera and my orchid and my peace lily. Thank you. But yeah, I haven't even opened them yet. So please don't think, why hasn't she acknowledged them or anything? It's just so many gifts. Bless your beautiful heart. So many. Bags and bags and bags full of it. I just haven't had a chance to go through them yet because I literally have been in rest mode trying to negotiate this insomnia. It's just terrific. And like sends you in a bit of a panic because you think, oh my God, I've got the osteopath later on. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to get any sleep. I'm going to have to go there. And this is funny. I literally had to get my car MOT'd. And obviously Darren used to do it every year. Never paid a thing, never had a problem. And my lovely, I call her Lola, my car. And I said to Lola, I'm not being funny. I know you're going to cost me some money, aren't you? It's just the irony that, you know, we started Fifth Dimension and then... He said, don't worry, I can still do all our cars. You know, I'll just go into the garage and do it. He says, it's not a problem. And bugger me, I take it in and it's miserably fouled on brake discs and brake pads. And I'm like, I can hear his voice going, oh no, it wouldn't be that much. They're charging you. I'm like, welcome to the new world of me having to go to a garage. They're lovely, lovely people, actually. It's been really kind because I said I might be a bit triggered because I'm sitting in an MOT garage, and I explained. He goes, that's okay. Have a coffee, you'll be fine. Bless him. So, yes, I've got to take that in today as well. And it's like, oh, my God, I'm so tired. I can't do it. So it's just being kind to yourself. And you know what? If you've got to sleep, you've got to sleep. I've been literally sleeping till 2 or 3 in the afternoon, trying to, you know, catch up with sleep. And trying to catch up with work and trying to catch up with, as I say, the book signings. And there's so many offers and wonderful things coming in. And I'm like, it's really hard to cope at the moment. I don't know how people that have got, you know, like 9 till 5 jobs, you know, once they've had their grief period, have to go back to work. I don't know how you do it. So I'm blessed in that way, and I've started changing my mindset as well because it started getting a bit gnarly. So I try and look at the gratitude. This is how the Soul Journal come about. It's the other thing I need to do. For some reason, Amazon keep saying there's something that needs to be ticked for the Soul Journal to be published, the new Soul Journal, and it's like it's done. I need to do that in a minute as well. So thank you, Life Diary. And so yeah, that's why I've put the gratitude space in the new journal as well. It's the gratitude is so important. You've got to keep focus on the positives because the negatives are just overwhelming otherwise, you know. So think of even if it's a stupid positive, like, oh, it's sunny outside, I don't know, you just got to try and hang on to the positive side of things. I have got a bit of news actually. Jennifer, my gorgeous darling from Earth in Revolution. I haven't shown you enough products at the moment with Jen, but somebody in the tribe, I think it, excuse me, in the tribe Q&A asked about EMF protection, and then amazingly Jen said we've got new goods, new products for EMF protection. And I went, bring them to me, darling. I need to show my tribe. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to see how much of a difference that makes. I've got shungite on at the moment. Darling, oh my God, I can't remember your name. I'm so sorry. You bought me a shungite bracelet. It was so big it kept falling off. So I had to go and get it changed. Well, I didn't, because I didn't even have a chance to go to any stands, did I? Because of you beautiful people. And so I've had to get that one now. So I've got shungite on. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the EMF stuff works that Jen's got for me. But do you know what? I think that I will perhaps start New Year, New Energy, you know, with podcast interviews and stuff like that. I need some space and time to heal properly and to get my sleep back because I'm literally walking on exhaustion at the moment. It's just your mind don't stop, does it? Do you have that? in your grief. It's like, God, just thinking about everything. And I was doing all right for a little while. You know, I wasn't having this monkey mind. But it started again. And it's like, God, it's so exhausting. God, it looks better like that, doesn't it? Look at the state of me. Oh, dear. But, yeah, so that's the kind of state I'm in, because I was exhausted on my ears, because I was exhausted when I got back from the NEC. I got a severe back spasm. I kind of went back a bit emotionally. I literally just sat in my space and let the grief come. So that wasn't pleasant. I've had a lot of crying, a lot of that visceral feeling of non-physical contact with Darren. It's just, and then his best friend Ron changed his profile picture of Darren taking his daughter to the prom. His beautiful, handsome, smiling face, and that just broke me. I cried for ages. Oh my goodness. Which is good. It's all healing. Crying is healing at the end of the day. And you've got to let it out. You have got to. You've got to. And be in a space that you feel comfortable to do that. And no matter how many good days you get, you know, the NEC to me was the most magical, wonderful time. I could hug you physically. And, you know, I finally got to meet physically Wendy, jewellery lady. And, you know, there's all beautiful, healthy distractions. And then, boom, I'm back in that reality. Not being able to move, staying in bed, having to rest, and having to face the fact that physically he's not here. But do you know what? I will do something and he'll just say something and I'll laugh. People look at me like, so he's here with me all the time. So it's a physical loss but spiritual gain. And if you send thoughts to them and chat with them like you would in everyday life, then you'll get that little whisper of it. And don't doubt it. Don't doubt it, because when you doubt it, that's when you start breaking the connection. Because what happens is, I was doubting it, and then someone else would back up where he was, what he was saying. I'd get a sign or something drop in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God. So he's so clever. And obviously, either it's Juliana's or someone's assisting him, because he'll say something to me and I'll be like, and then there'll be something that backs it up, synchronicity or sign that backs it up. And I'm like, that's really clever, baby, well done. You know, so that's what you've got to work towards, starting a spiritual relationship with them. Because it's better than nothing. And it's everything, because it shows you that their life continues and they've just left their overcoat. And it isn't great. It doesn't fulfill our human side, but it certainly fulfills mine. It's like we used to say, right, if I'd like done something in the house, I said, well, it's all right for you, I've just had to do that, right? It'd go, oh, Cinder effing Rella. Right, Cinder fluffing Rella. Do you remember Pretty Woman? When she goes, you know, who gets their dreams come true? And her friend who's a prostitute goes, Cinder fucking Rella. And so I heard that in my head, just randomly, you know, and the things we used to say together, and, you know, the banter you have with your loved one. And that made me laugh. And it just came out the blue, you know. So he's there talking and watching, and I can feel it when he's here watching. And yesterday he was in the car with me when I was going to the MOT garage. I knew he would be. When I got in, I thought, this is going to make me either glow, or nostalgia, but I was a bit numb really. I ended up just talking to members of my family to put, to just kind of keep me out of my monkey mind. And he was just sitting there in the car like that, and I went, "Are you not bored just watching me?" And he said no, and I went, "Well, you can go and do other stuff, He goes, "Yeah, I know, I'm going to go on the bike later." I went, "Okay." I said, "You don't have to do something as boring as going to an MOT garage." And I was just sitting there chatting away to him, and then he just disappeared. And what I want to make clear is we can all do that. It's not just me. You just got to open your mind to it. And as I say, put your frequency, your mind frequency, in a high vibration, because that's how you'll meet them easier. And that's literally by listening to guided meditations, walking in nature, connecting up. So do you know when you think of someone, if they're on holiday, and think, "I wonder what they're doing now, I wonder," and you give them a phone call, it's the same thing. So I just sent a thought up saying, "Where are you now? What are you up to?" The other day I was with my dad, and then he was with the babies, walking them. And I think he was with relatives. I think he loved his nan. I think he was with his nan for a little while. I never met his nan. And he was up there with her doing something. So he's doing his stuff as well. And that's really lovely to see that. So to me, I bathe in the spiritual connection and yearn and grieve the physical. As his smell, his touch. Touching him. And obviously, having lack of sleep. Makes it just a bit more painful, because you're already weak and cranky. So, there's these times when you see me positive and strong, and I am strong. But, it's not all hearts and roses. It is really difficult still. It's only 3 months. It's incredible. I'm very proud of myself. The things that I'm achieving and the things that I'm attracting are absolutely mind-blowing. I had a bit of a break then. Yes. My appointment's been cancelled today, so that means I can get a bit of a lay-in. So I might try and get a bit more sleep in a minute. It's really early in the morning. And in the mobile number, it's 111. I haven't seen that for ages. That was my number, obviously, with my soul contract with Darren. I haven't seen it since. But it's just, I think it's a process. Or Darren's waking me up at stupid o'clock because he used to. It could be that. He used to wake up so early. And I'd look across, he's got his little headphones on, watching something, low his heart, in the morning. Just little things like that, innit? I said to Alex last night, it's like the biggest profound silence you'll ever experience in your life. I've mostly said this to you before, but it's a deafening silence of their absence. Where they used to sit, well, I don't, luckily, I haven't got that here. I can't bear being in my home. House, it's not really my home anymore, I don't see it as that. But where they used to sit, the clothes they used to wear, it's just an empty space, it's an empty void of their happiness, laughter, vibrance, kindness, beauty, romance, everything. It's just not there. It's like a deafening void of nothingness. So I honour every emotion that goes through my mind, body, heart, soul. Just let it out. You know, and so many people say, oh, I've got the kids and got this, got that, and I have to go and cry. It's just on my own and keep it in. Whenever you feel the need, just go to the toilet, then just don't hold it in. You know, I think I've told you when I got this, didn't even know about it. I think one of them told me about it, and then I googled it, rhodonite. So I've got that on at the moment. And of course, look, it's like my best friend, my kyanite. Look at that. Oh my God, I just love it. It's like my Wilson. Well done. I got that next to me. I've got some, I don't know why I've got, oh, that's black obsidian. Of course, some rose quartz. These are next to me all the time. And that, I think is that it looks like amethyst. But then there's another bit at the bottom of it. Green amethyst. Green amethyst. That's there. For the heart chakra. And for grief. So, and I literally surround myself in crystals, and I just love it because it makes me feel comforted. If you have the shungite, by the way, because of its natural state of being, is that going to focus? It creates black on your skin, but don't worry about that. It's almost got a charcoaly kind of feel to it, shungite, isn't it? But I've got, I think, Lottie, bless her little heart, Lottie Wynn. She's in the description box below for readings, but she gave me like natural shungite, and that's kind of like a bit of charcoal. It's like breakable, if it makes sense. I don't think I've got anything that's quite like that here, but this is more polished, so it's not as jagged that you can just like break bits off. Yeah, that hasn't left my wrist, you beautiful darling. I can't remember your name. God bless your heart. I remember all your faces and your energy, but your names I can't remember. And then I've got that huge, I think you said it was pink amethyst, didn't you? I'm sure that's rhodonite. Huge column of crystal, which I need to get cuddling with. All there, like basking in the sun at the moment, a lot of them. And also this. I'm going to turn it on now, actually. Obviously, because I'm travelling about, this is the best thing I take with me. Look, neon. I should ask them, actually, if I can get a discount for you. And then you literally just push it on. I've got to get a new one because the top's come off. And that, I mean, let me show you if you've never, it's not cheap. I mean, what's happened to me, doodah? It's not cheap. Right, so what it is, look, that's pure essential oil there. So the one I've got in at the moment is Calm and Relax. The sleep one's good. I have these on all the time. So you just place it in there, and then the top bit gives you what you want done. Like you can have it just go brrr and stop, or you can have it go twice or 3 times, do the settings, and it literally just diffuses pure essential oil. Neon it's called. This is 55 quid, this one. My sister got me this for Christmas last year. But it's not cheap. But for travelling, because it's obviously a USB, for travelling, it's a really good way of taking it everywhere. And then they come in, you can get them on eBay, which I do. Look, they come in these posh boxes. So this one's like perfect night's sleep, real luxury, feel refreshed, happiness, like boost your energy and that kind of thing. That's a nice thing. See if I can get a discount for you. didn't even think of that. Excuse me, I've got to get some water. Keep yourself hydrated as well, it's really important. And, you know, I told you before that I fought to not have anything pharmaceutical. I was like holistic. I tried everything holistically. I'm still drinking the Hawthorn tea, which is superb for anxiety. Stress relief tea, which has got licorice, fennel and all sorts of stuff that my lovely friend Louise from Canada sent me. Apparently Lorraine has sent me a tea, but it's in the boxes of presents. I need to get that out. So I'm having all my herbal teas. Drinking turmeric shots with vitamin C and D3 for pain and all that kind of stuff. I'm still on the propranolol, which I'm just taking now, sorry. Because I'm just starting to get a bit of that anxiety. I've been awake a while. And it's a weird phenomena, the anxiety attacks, because it's not like I thought that anxiety, like chronic anxiety was, like you started thinking about it and then it brought on an attack. But mine just literally within about half an hour of being awake, it kicks in and I start boom, 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 boom. And I feel like I can't breathe and there's like a block in my chest. So I had to give in. You can't keep going through that hoping to try and holistically bring it down to, I did try it, but I'm still on that at the moment. I'm on, I tell you what worked for me, it does make you a bit tired, which don't help when you've got insomnia. But I tried going on taking 3 a day or whatever, and it wasn't good. I was just so tired and it just didn't feel right, and I had headaches and felt a bit sicky. But luckily the doctor I'm with now is very much knowledgeable on anxiety, grief and all that, and so he said, no, you need the slow release one. So it's 80 milligrams, it's a slow release, so you just take one and it's a very slow amount that releases for the 24-hour period. So perhaps ask your GP about that in the UK. I don't know about elsewhere. But yeah, I've got to take it. It's as simple as that. They've also put me on, I'm still on sertraline, which is antidepressant. And, I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes you just need to do it, because I was just an absolute walking mess, on top of all the other shit that the family threw at me. I literally couldn't cope. I can completely cope now because I've walked away from all that. I've let it go. It's just not worth even worrying about. People in a swamp, you don't worry about, just let them stay in the little cesspits. But so I'm feel free from that, but I've got to honour my body is still catching up, and that's what you need to do. And so if I need to use medication for that, so be it. So what? Some people don't want to talk about the fact they're on antidepressants or they're finding it hard. That's the problem. If you hide it or in denial of it or you're ashamed of it, it's like if you have a cold, you go and get some cold relief stuff, don't you? You've got a sore throat, you go and get some lozenges. What's the problem if you've got depression? Go and take something for it. If you can't alleviate it holistically and you've tried everything you can, what's the problem? There isn't. I know that I won't be on them forever. At the moment they're needed because my body just is not doing very well with the trauma. I've got the diagnosis of PTSD, so treatment starting for that soon, and that's fine. It's my inner child, my poor little darling, is just absolutely rocked to the core, and that's okay. That's okay. Give her a cuddle. What does she need? What's going to help her? And I'm not a pill popper, I'll tell you that now. It's the last thing I wanted to do. But I'm not fighting it. My body will not work at the moment how it should. So fluff it. What I've been through, I can't even believe I'm up and about and doing what I do. So me taking tablets is not a big, oh my God, failure. It is being responsible for the fact that I can't function at the moment physically without some assistance. That's okay. It's only been 3 months. And so that's what you've got to do as well. Whatever you need, just do it. Take it, work it, whatever it is. And honour it. You know, and just don't have any negativity around you. And if you're stuck with it, do that pink wall. Do that pink wall and just let them say what they need to say, do what they need to do. Just don't allow anything in your energy whatsoever that's negative. Or it's like a heavy burden. I just saw the Ten of Wands then. Like a heavy burden of someone. You're like, oh my God. Just laugh, create the wall and just let them do their thing, you know. Or just don't entertain it. Don't be around them. Don't do it. If you get caught out on the phone, oh yeah, pink wall, pink wall, pink wall. Don't entertain it. I've got this as well. Faye just lent me this. I need to read this. I don't know if it's any good, I'll let you know. Healing Trauma by Peter A. Levine. Let's have a little go at that. I told you, didn't I? I started reading again because with fibro, I couldn't take in reading. I couldn't remember what I'd read. So I'm just doing one chapter a night. It seems to be working at the moment. So I'll do a meditation. Sometimes I'll leave that running. Other times I won't, and I will just read. And then that's like, yeah, I'm going to go now. I can go to sleep. So I can't remember what. Amanda Prowse. All Good Things. I'm reading that at the moment. I might get back into the book club thing again, because I used to do reviews for NetGalley. Might get back into that at some point, but not yet. Look, and look what I've got here to keep me positive as well. I haven't put it in a drawer yet. A reminder of you beautiful people. And this is like me picking the phone up to you all. Do you know what I mean? Having a connection with you and just saying, hey. So that's what I recommend at the moment. Hydration. Surrendering to what your physical body needs and your inner child. Keeping nothing but positivity around you. Blocking yourself from negative people or just not having them in your energy at all. Focusing on gratitude and the positive things that you can. Allowing yourself to cry like a banshee when you need to. Encouraging spiritual connection by speaking with them. I still am really not doing well looking at Darren's photographs. Did you see that video I put on? I found that he surprised me. I think I've spoken about this already. It's like, it hit me as shock, and so I'm aware that I still can't look at photographs. It's just too much. It's like every time I see a photo of him, it's like I'm getting this massive wave of shock that he's not really here, and I just can't handle his beautiful face. I'm okay picturing him in my third eye and connecting with him, or him turning up in meditations. He keeps randomly doing it, like a little stalker. It's like I'm in completely out of context meditation, like just going to see Michael or something, and then he'll probably, all right. And I'm like, God, you got nothing better to do. And I have a bit of a laugh. And then we either cuddle, or he lays with me, or he puts his hand on my heart. And then afterwards, something will happen. So this is a for instance, right? Darren loved Cat in the Hat. He loved that film. Absolutely loved it. He had it on all the time. There's a childlike part of him that he just loved things like Elf, Cat in the Hat. Just childish, you know, stuff. And obviously we went, when we was in Florida, we went on the ride, and it's like, it's not quite what I thought. And I was like, God, we're sitting there, there's all these little kids, and there's us two adults on the Cat in the Hat ride. I loved it. And so I'd done a meditation, and he'd come in, and he was laying next to me, and he had his hand on my heart. And he's just saying, I've got you, it's okay. And then you think, am I making it up? Do you know what I mean? Am I making it up? And then a tarot reading come up for Virgo on YouTube, right? And I thought, oh, I might as well put it in the background. And it was, I think it's Baba Jolie. Was it Baba Jolie? Love her. And still, any tarot reading that pops up randomly, I press play, because I know it's a message from my lot. And it is gobsmackingly so accurate, it blows my mind. It is just so accurate. Incredible. And I mean, even down to, oh, you're an influencer, and you are a channeler, and this is going to be your future. There's America connections. You're like, anyway. So this video comes on. I'd just spoken to him, and this is just mental, right? So she picks up. She's got charms in a bowl, right? She picked this charm up in a bowl, and she goes, "Oh, it's the cat in the hat." I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Cat in the hat? What are the... Oh, a cat in the hat? Tarot reader picks up a cat in the hat charm. What? Do you know what I mean? And it played just after he'd come with me. So I knew he'd been with me. I knew he'd placed his hand on my heart. I knew he was there saying, I've got you. And he was just looked so magnificent and beautiful and fantastic. And then the video after it was a cat in the hat. I used to go, oh yeah, love his heart. And so I was blown away by that. It was happy tears. I just couldn't talk. And I don't know why, because I live in synchronicity. Every day there's millions of not millions, but do you know what I mean? Every hour or so, 2-3 hours. I'm not looking for it. Just signs go boom from him or from my mum, like the bumblebee sign, as you know. You see that flash then? The other thing that's really weird is this. Is that you lot? This is a song that I've never, ever played on my Alexa, ever. What's going on? Can you see that? Like a shadow or something zipping across. And I've never played it. I've never asked for it on Alexa. I've never, ever connected with it at all. And it flashes on. Now, I wanted an Alexa in my room, right? Don't ask me why, because it listens in on everything, but I don't care. And I thought I'll get a new one with a screen on it so I can put photographs on it when I'm ready, you know, of Darren and the babies. And so I thought, oh, sod it, I'll get it. It was on the Black Friday, so it was cheap anyway. And that comes up every morning, right? And I've been trying to get a photo of it, and it disappears and never comes back again. This energy keeps coming on up here. Can you see that? So as soon as I started talking about my loved ones in heaven, those flashes and weird things started happening, didn't they? So it's till we meet again, until we meet again. And there's no reason for that to come up, because, you know, Alexa comes up with what you know or search or play. And all I've played on there since I got it is meditation. Sound frequency and meditation. No other music at all. And it's come up like I'm like I've played it, and I know it's him until we meet again. Mind you, he was going to now tell me, I know I get that on mine every morning. And then it doesn't come up again. It's just every morning when I wake up. It's really weird. Just things like that keep you going, don't they? What else you got? And I know I keep saying this, but I don't know how people do it. Without a belief system or knowledge that there's an afterlife, I don't know how they do it. I've got no clue. Perhaps that's why they end up drinking or taking drugs or doing something, random, or never grieving properly. I don't know. I don't know how they get through it. Without my angels, without you, the collective, without my guides, without my connection with all of my loved ones, I think I'd just be up there with them. Just couldn't do it. How can you? I just don't know how people can survive not knowing they're there. They're 100% there. It's just having to deal with the fact you can't physically touch them anymore. That's the thing, isn't it, as a human? Once you get past that bit and you enhance your spiritual connection with them, then it's a lot more doable. It's just that physical presence gone. And it's really weird because I found comfort in cuddling. I had to have all of his shirts and T-shirts and everything, his jacket around me to begin with. But I can't bear it at the moment. I can't cuddle his stuff. I don't know what it is. And I'm not going to analyse it. It's just how I feel, so I've got to go with it. But it's just really hard to acknowledge anything physically connected with him. Obviously, we've got our rings, our matching rings. And, he got me this ring and said, put that on your wedding finger. I went, easy, tiger. He goes, I'll improve on that, don't worry. And I said, you're joking? He goes, yeah, it's giving me a cold shiver. So they're all bunched together. And that I can cope with that. Our matching bands. He said, do you want me to put that on my wedding ring finger? I went, no, you're all right. I said, don't do that now, not yet. Celtic. It's Celtic love bands. Hand fasting bands that we got. Well, he got. And cope with that. Thank God I took it off his finger on the beach, so I never would have got that, would I? Thank God. So, I can handle that, but I can't. For some reason, I don't want his clothes near me at the moment. Too painful. But then, go with it. Next week I might want them again. So I'm cuddling my big giant dressing gown that I told you about ages ago from Tesco's. Oh my God. It's like my big giant teddy bear. And it's even the same with Teddy and Mia's coats. I used to have them, and I can't do that at the moment either. Don't ever question grief. Just accept it. It's like the pain in the arse aunt that turns up, and stays for the week. Just put up with it and just go with it. If it's a good day, great. If it's a bad day, oof. Do you know what I mean? You can't odds it. I really hope you're doing well. I had no idea how much impact these would have and how much they've helped you, and that makes me feel so much better. I was talking with Alex last night about it, and he's saying, like, we just literally live to serve, and we do, humanity, to help. Anyway, I'm going to try and get some sleep now. And I really hope that some of this has helped you. If you are new to this and you find me on this There's the grief program playlist. It will really help you. It will give you the practical ways of dealing with grief, because I was a bereavement trained police detective, looked after murder victim families and rape victims. There is a spiritual way of coping. It's a whole guide to spiritually and practically dealing with grief. So have a look at that if you've just found this. By all means, go back to Darren's Diaries #1 to show you how far I've come and all of the practical tips I bring you. And you know, liking and subscribing to this channel, I hate asking, but it's the only way that it grows. It's a bit naughty, really, isn't it? But the algorithms are improved by you just pressing the like button. So let's do that to reach more people. So please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I hate saying that. What in the Archangel Michael is all that about? Do you know what I mean? But if it helps us grow and reach other people that need us, then so be it. Stay strong, stay focused. Until the next time, I love you so much.